The bus ride was quiet, too quiet. The kind that makes your skin itch like the silence itself was watching. The few other passengers were either asleep or staring blankly out the window. No one spoke. No one moved much. It felt like a funeral procession, rolling steadily towards something I wasn't sure I wanted to face. I checked the location pin again. It was deep in the countryside, miles from anything familiar. There were no town names nearby, no landmarks. Just an empty stretch of road that led into the unknown. And yet, it felt like I had been here before. The driver pulled to a slow stop at the edge of a dirt road, where the forest grew thick and the air smelled damp and untouched. End of the line, he muttered without looking at me. His voice was flat, detached, like he'd done this before. I stepped off the bus, and it pulled away before my second foot hit the ground. The road ahead stretched into the trees, overgrown with weeds. The location pin flickered on my phone like it was struggling to pinpoint whatever waited for me at the end of this path. I walked. The deeper I went, the quieter the world became. The usual sounds of nature, chirping birds, rustling leaves, faded into an unnatural stillness. The only sound was my footsteps crunching over the dirt. I wanted to turn back, but something inside me refused. I had to know. The path opened into a clearing, and there it was, a house. Old, abandoned, yet somehow expecting me. The windows were dark, the front door slightly ajar, revealing only blackness inside. My phone vibrated in my hand. Another message. Come inside. My breath caught. My body screamed at me to run. But my legs carried me forward, step by step, as if some unseen force was tugging me along. The floorboards groaned as I stepped through the doorway. Dust hung thick in the air. The furniture was old, draped in white sheets. The scent of rot and something metallic curled in my nose. But what unsettled me most was the feeling. This wasn't just an abandoned house. It was occupied. Somewhere deep inside, someone or something was waiting. The door creaked shut behind me, and then the lights flickered on. A long hallway stretched before me, lined with doors. My breath hitched as I noticed something strange. The wallpaper. It was the same pattern as my old apartment. The same faded, peeling edges. It was as if the place had been stitched together from pieces of my past. My phone buzzed again. Downstairs. My stomach tightened. I didn't want to go down there. But I had to. I found the staircase at the end of the hall, leading into a darkness so deep it felt like stepping into nothingness. Each step creaked under my weight. My breath echoed in the silence. And then I saw it. The same chair from before, the same wall covered in photographs. But this time, the pictures were different. They were of me, not just sleeping or eating, but standing right where I was now. In this basement, at this moment, a new photo was pinned in the center, still fresh, the edges curling slightly. It was a shot on my back. Someone had just taken it. A breath, too close. I turned, heart slamming in my chest, but the room was empty. The air had changed. It was heavier. And then, just at the edge of my vision, something shifted. A figure stood at the far corner, cloaked in the shadows. Watching, waiting. Another message flashed on my phone screen. You found me. The light above flickered and went out. A hand, cold, bony, clamped around my wrist. I screamed. I thrashed. But I couldn't break free. The grip tightened, dragging me backward into the darkness. The walls twisted, the air thickened. The sound of static and whispers filled my ears. The basement was warping around me, pulling me into something deeper, something endless. Then a burst of light, the sound of splintering wood, a rush of air. Strong hands yanked me away. I hit the floor gasping, my ears ringing. Someone was shaking me, shouting my name. My vision cleared, and I saw them. The bus driver, his face pale, his hands gripping my arms. "You weren't supposed to come here," he said, his voice raw. "It's not real. None of this is real." I turned back. The house gone. The basement gone. Just an empty clearing, untouched, silent, like it had never existed. He dragged me to the bus, shoved me into a seat. I barely noticed as the engine roared to life, as the world blurred past the window. I checked my phone. The messages gone. The location ping gone. Every trace of what had happened erased. But as I stared out at the dark road ahead, I knew the truth. Whatever was in that house, it had let me go.